Hi there. Are you feeling bored, lost, stuck, hopeless, nothing to do, stuck on social media, scrolling on Facebook, looking down LinkedIn, bored? Well, in some respects, I really envy you. For myself, I've got grey hair, or no hair at all. I'm a granddad, 3 grandchildren, running 3 businesses. I haven't got a minute to rub together. So I've got no time. So in some respects, I envy you. God dear, if I had 5 minutes to sit down and be bored for a minute, I'd almost look forward to that. I don't, but I could. I see where you're coming from. Now, let's get you out of it. You've got options. Don't forget you've always got options. No excuses. No excuses. Honestly, if you're stuck indoors right now, if you've got the capacity to get out, get out. Get out of that room. Nothing really interesting happens in your own home, in your own office. Okay, get out into the real world and see what's out there. Just going to give you five or so options you could do right now. What's your favourite charity? In Sheffield, where I live, there are more than a few hundred charities based in Sheffield, and if you just look at the charity shops and the charities themselves, why not nip down? Which is your favourite one? Nip into one. Say need a help 2 or 3 days a week, a couple of hours here and there. Why would you do that? Life experience, business experience, giving back. There's a whole load of reasons. So, and you can put it on your CV. Would you rather hire someone that says, I sat in my room doom scrolling YouTube all day, or someone that says, well, I found myself unemployed for a few months, so I nipped down to the local charity shop and I helped people do that. We sold this. A few people came in. I had useful conversations with them. They really appreciated the conversation. Which would you employ? So number 1, favourite charity. Quickest way to cheer yourself up is to help someone else. Bit more controversial, this one. World's falling apart. The loons are in charge at the moment. So what's the most important social issue to you? There's no money in this, but had you considered, while you're maybe young and not got any responsibilities and you haven't got a family to feed, had you considered becoming some kind of activist? Again, I'm sure that you've got the creativity to frame that as positive on your CV. Just work on that one carefully, but you get the idea. Now, wherever you live, if you live in the middle of nowhere, if you live in the middle of a giant city, you are in the centre of a community. So, get out of your room, find out what's happening in your community. At the very least, you could go into your local shops, ask them how it's going. Might be something going on there. They might need a bit of assistance. They might not. But you might pick up some ideas. Your local library, again, your community library. Some people go to the library for a little chat, little coffee morning, that sort of thing. And again, coffee mornings. Go see what coffee mornings there are available. Often they're associated with churches. I'm not a church fan, but I would certainly consider going to a coffee morning so long as the religious stuff isn't thrust down my throat. So, get out there, find out what's going on in your community. You could even go down the road and pick up some litter. In Sheffield, there's an amazingly strong network of Sheffield litter pickers. They know each other, they do a really good job, they're really supported, they get a good thank you, they get a good wave. Again, you do that, be seen to do that, it's going to build your confidence. I'm assuming that you're sort of over 18-ish. So you've had some kind of education, you know what worked for you and what didn't. Had you considered going in, again, maybe as a volunteer, you may be able to pick up paid work, but if you get the security checks, the DB check in the UK, could you get into a local education establishment? Could be a school, primary school, daycare centre, nursery. How do you fancy that? How do you fancy being a role model somewhere in your local education system? Somewhere in your local education system. Now, no money anywhere there. Maybe in your charity they might give you a few quid. No money there so far. Let's just think if we can actually get you some money in your pocket I'm assuming you're relatively young, unemployed, lovely person. Okay. I bet you've got at least 3 top skills. I want you to write those 3 top skills down and then get access to some kind of AI and LLM. I've got these skills. What jobs might I consider? Okay. Now you've got 2 routes here. Job market's a bit rubbish. So one route is I've got these skills. What jobs can I apply for? Bit stale, that suggestion. But if you ask AI the right way, how can I offer value to a business with my skills in an attractive way without just applying for jobs? Just try it. That's one option. Get a job with your skills. The other one, this is sort of what I advocate if you've got the resources to do it and it's not going to starve you tomorrow. Yeah, if you've got the if you've got the sort of sound grounding to do this. Turn your skills into your own business. Some people call that being an entrepreneur. Some people call that being a freelancer. Some people call that being an odd job person. But I bet someone near you would pay you some money to help them with something that you're good at. So that's my final suggestion here. Turn your skills into your own business. For a limited time, as they say, I'm prepared to have a chat with a few people a week. I've got about space in my calendar for about 3 people a week. So if you fancy talking to me about any of these, at the moment it's free as of 15th of April 26. Give me a call. This is a no obligation chat to see if we can work out how you can become a really valuable human being in your community, in the world. Good luck out there. Cheers.